Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket Next. I'm Bansal Shah and I have with me Akash Biswas right from the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So Akash, what was the situation there? Like DC have made a roaring start against MI. They've beaten them by 29 runs. So first of all, tell me what was the atmosphere kind of at the Arun Jaitley Stadium today?
Starting with the atmosphere, we saw the crowd going crazy in Bengaluru, but unlike that atmosphere, the Delhi atmosphere was pretty much dull because there were empty seats in the stadium. The footfall was less. It could be the reason because it was a working day, a Tuesday, and we all know that how the crowd in Delhi are. But in comparison to the IPL, or other international games, in the bilateral series per se, the footfall was very less. In fact, I entered the arena at around 6 o'clock, and the streets were empty. And even after the start of the game, the streets outside the stadium were empty. The people were coming in gradually, very slowly. So, going by that, the energy was pretty much low. But as you mentioned, the way Delhi came home, their homecoming was great, and the credit goes to Jemimah Rodrigues and the captain Meg Lanning, and then what Jess Jonassen did with the ball. So the build up, it took a little time to build up, but yes, the energy was low at the start, but it gradually built up, and then the way Delhi took the game away was terrific, and that did pump the crowd towards the end of the game. But yeah, that was a pretty much dull start, I would say, as far as the environment is or the atmosphere is concerned.
Okay, and this was just the first match in Delhi as of now. So let us just hope that in the coming matches, more and more people will come to watch women's cricket. But you talked about Jemimah there. How important was her innings for Delhi? Like, was that the point wherein which made Mumbai lose, which made sure that Mumbai is not going to win now, putting up a target of 190?
Well, if we talk about the Delhi innings on the whole, they had a great start. The 45 or 48 odd runs were added for the first wicket. Then Captain Meg Lanning took over.
Right.
He featured in 230 plus partnerships with for the second and the third wicket. And once she was gone after scoring 50 odd runs, it was also her third 50 in this season and second consecutive
Right.
half century. And then the way Jemimah took over, she stepped up, and um, not to forget her contribution in the last 3 overs, from over number 18 to 20.
Exactly.
Those last 18 balls, if Delhi scored around 30, some 30-35 runs, and most of the runs were scored by Jemimah. The way she took forward, her innings from being 13 on 14 balls at one stage, and then in the next 7-8 games, in the next 7-8 deliveries, she had her first 50 of this season, and which obviously earned her the player of the match award. So yes, it was a commendable knock, and that was the thing which took the game away from Mumbai. That was the difference, because if you see the first 10-15 overs in Delhi innings, yes, they were pretty much ahead, and the Mumbai bowlers were unable to pick wickets regularly. The wickets were coming very slow, and the wicket was playing very slow, in fact, and as mentioned by the players in the post-match pressers and the presentation as well. So according to that, it was tough. I mean, it seemed tough for Mumbai to get used to this condition pretty well, because they were in Bengaluru a night before, and they flew down to Delhi, and then taking against Delhi at
Right.
their home completely unnavigated territory. It was, most of the players were playing for the first time here, so yes, it was challenging. And as we said, in this at the beginning of this discussion, that Jemimah Rodrigues was the better batter of the day, and yes, she took the game over.
Okay, nice. Let's hope that Mumbai probably comes back in the next games. But do you think their fielding was a concern today? They dropped a couple of catches throughout the innings, and this is not only in today's game. We are seeing this in almost each and every game that the teams are giving away too many chances to the batters. So, what do you think about overall about the fielding standards in this WPL?
Yes, I would like to mention that the same question was asked to Jhulan Goswami, the MI bowling coach who came at the post-match, press conference from the MI camp. In fact, that this question was asked to her as well. That not just Mumbai Indians, but most of the teams are, dropping, catches which are turning the game upside down at some situation. But
Right.
to which she said that it's just about acclimatizing the conditions. Who does it better? Crosses the finish line first. So that has been the case. It's like we see, though if we speak particularly about MI's fielding, and if we compare from the last season's condition, they were very much sloppy on the field, dropping too many catches. Though they have tried to restrict the number of drop catches, but yes, the problem is there. And one more thing which Julian pointed out at the post-match press conference is that the sudden change of venues and the travel exertion and all that has been one of the reasons which she mentioned. And by the looks of it, they are making of it in such a way that it was just the beginning of the Delhi leg, and with 3 or 4, I think 3 more games to go for
Right.
Mumbai. So picking, taking lessons from this defeat, they will definitely try to bounce back, work on the fields, work on the areas which caused, which were the reasons, I mean, possible reasons for the defeat in Delhi, the first game of the Delhi leg. So yeah, they will be taking, that's again back, going back to the drawing board and jotting down the weak points and working upon that. So that was the basic answer what Jhulan gave, and let's see how does it pan out in the coming games.
Okay, okay. While Mumbai will want to work on their bowling and fielding, DC will be very happy today with the way they bowled. 3 wickets in the first 3 overs. They took one more wicket before the power play completed, and a word on Jess Jonassen. She has the purple cap now. So how did you
Yeah,
look at
exactly.
their bowling?
See, they came as the table toppers to Delhi, right? And with a great
Right,
homecoming, as I said, they have consolidated their position at the top of the table with 8 points and with a net run rate of more than +1. So that's a big, plus point for Delhi Capitals as well. Now they are the only team with 8 points in the kitty, so that's another positive. And since we are heading towards the knockouts, that will definitely help Delhi Capitals on for a longer run, given that only couple of weeks are left in the eliminator and the final. Talking about their
okay.
individual performances, we saw the top two, Meg Lanning and Shefali Verma, clicking, and then the middle order which comprised Marizan Cap. So they were getting, they were among runs, especially Meg Lanning. She has been in terrific form. Even Cap has been getting runs whenever required in the middle order. The basic,
Right.
the only missing link was Jemimah Rodrigues, who in the past couple of innings terribly failed to score. But coming to Delhi, we have seen what she can
Today.
do, and that has been her forte, that she can turn the course, entire complexion of the game at any given point. So that's what she did today. And now since that she has rolled back to form, we can expect her to continue the momentum in the coming games and hope that DC shall compete once again for the knockouts, or end up at the top 3 position of the points table.
Okay, okay. Let's hope that happens. And one last thing, Akash, before we sign off. Jemima had something to say at the press conference around Virat Kohli. So, what was that thing she said?
Yeah, exactly. So she was asked about the temperament or the mindset that was going through her head while she was batting, especially after Meg Lanning departed, and those last 3 overs, those 18 balls which we talked about. So one interesting thing, actually not one but many interesting things did she mention. First one was about Virat Kohli, that she is an ardent fan of Kohli. She follows his style of batting, and she wants to grasp that aggression. When he if he can convert those singles into 2 runs, then he also has the caliber of convert smashing those sixes under pressure situations. So that was the case with Jemimah today, when the Mumbai Indians were trying for wicket. Jemimah Rodrigues were smashing the death bowlers out of the park.
Right.
That was the first point. The next one, which I put up the question to her, that the last couple of innings hasn't gone well. So what went through her mind? told a very interesting thing that her Indian teammate Smriti Mandhana, who is currently leading the Royal Challengers Bangalore, she texted him and she in fact suggested she in fact suggested her that be Jemimah Rodrigues and nothing else, everything will fall in place. So she said she did admit that she followed the same thing. In fact, she had a conversation with her dad, and her dad also suggested the same thing, that be yourself and play your game. And in fact, Jemimah also admitted that she was trying to be someone else because everyone around her was among runs except apart from her, because we have seen how she could not score well in the past couple of innings. So that was the basic thing. So she tried being herself, and she got there where she deserves to be.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot, Akash, for joining with us. And thank you everyone for watching this. We will come again to you tomorrow when Gujarat Giants take on RCB. Still, till then, stay tuned to Cricket Next. Thank you, Akash. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।